Hello and welcome to an update on the NDX chart. Quick look at the bigger picture of the NASDAQ index. And it's important to understand that we are now breaking, or we have broken above previous highs, from February and from December. So this can actually be seen as a potential, three-wave move up at the moment, okay? So I'm tracking this as a three-wave move up, but it's getting very extended. So we need to think about, is there an option for further extensions? And what's actually happening here? So for now, I think there is a case to be made that this is a full wave count to the upside. So it is a three-wave move. Absolutely, we have an A wave, we have a B wave, and a C wave to the upside in 5 waves. What I'd like to do, though, I would like to just adjust the nanostructures here a little bit. My idea is that, first of all, we still don't have a signal of a top, which is, again, we just go with the trend here. We're printing higher highs, higher lows. As you can see, we have not broken below any of the previously significant swing lows or anything. We're simply printing higher highs and higher lows. So there's no point in confirming a top, even though, as I said, we are kind of a little bit overstretched, But that doesn't mean that we have to have a top. I'm simply pointing out that, we could literally form a top there at any point. For a first signal that a top, even a local top, has been made, I would need a break below this swing low there at 22,383. This is really just the nearest key level there. If that's broken, the focus can shift to the next swing low. That would be next structural support around 21,535. And these are just structural lows. I mean, when we have a break below that upper support, at least we have a signal that some kind of a top might be in, Okay, and then at some point the focus will shift to this support zone. If the pullback is corrective, this would be the main zone. This is like main support that keeps the overall bullish assumption intact. It doesn't mean it has to be tested. There's one of the big misunderstandings that people think these boxes, they need to be tested. They often are, but it's more about, look, we're way above, the risk is high. When we get there, we can watch for a reaction, but at the moment we're far away from it. So we're still in this uptrend. And obviously the idea would be that if we get, and I'm not relying on the yellow count, please. It's more like, okay, if we get a pullback, I'm going to be open to further upside extensions and one more high for maybe a major top to form there. It's literally level by level, because on the long-term chart, we're really at a point where we could form significant price tops and enter bear markets, but we're not there yet. And either way, whether it's the yellow wave 2 or the orange wave B, honestly, doesn't really matter in the short term. So, however, the question is, what if we get further extensions? I mean, as long as we grind higher directly, there is no sign of a top. There is one scenario in which I think we could get even a very direct complete. Because the thing is, what I wanted to see was a rally to all-time highs. And that happened, because it stretched higher more directly. So there's no way to know whether this ABC structure is actually completing the larger degree, because what I wanted to see was an ABC to complete the larger pattern. But what can happen is that this is all of the ABC rally, right? And we're completing the larger degree in a very direct fashion, and the major top forms in this rally. I just need to point out that possibility. In that case, I see even the potential of one more upside extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can see the option that we might get one more extension. And I will give you support for that. Just double checking here. Need to go to the smaller time frame. Just need to be able to measure here this. Just want to make sure I'm picking the right swing low here. Would be this, so we're measuring support for a wave 4. We take the length of the third wave. So, I mean, technically, I have to allow for the 50% fib level as well, but that's normally very deep for a fourth wave when we talk about the indices. Hold on. I think it is rather... Yeah, because I want to just add another area of support. Hold on. So, because in this instance also this 100% extension can offer some support. So we do have some support then in the area between 21,230 to 21,111. This area, yeah. I mean, again, technically it could still be a wave 4 below, but this is where probabilities shift. So further top signals below 21,111. I'm just seeing the potential for maybe one more extension. That's a possibility, yeah. And then the risk is if that happens, it could form a major top here. We'll have to take it level by level at this point because we're still grinding higher. So it means immediately higher, possible as long as this upper red line is holding. Below that level, we can start to focus on this area here, these Fibonacci levels, and there could be some additional structural support around 21,540. I hope that helps. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.